Samsung has exploded higher plus 8.22% to $309,500, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Saturday, July 4th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Markets are charging higher today, with risk appetite firmly back on. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 is broadly flat at $7,483.24, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Investor sentiment is being shaped by European stocks head for best week since May, markets wrap. NASDAQ 100 dropped sharply minus 1.61% to $29,329. Equity markets are responding to reports that TSMC versus Nvidia, which RE semiconductor stock should you buy in July? Trading view. Dow Jones edged higher plus 1.14% to $52,900. Investor sentiment is being shaped by U.S. job creation calls in June with payrolls growth of just 57,000, unemployment rate at 4.2%. DAX edged higher plus 0.78% to $25,779. This comes as stock market today, Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi rally as tech shares rebound economy Middle East, adding pressure to energy markets. FTSE 100 ticked up plus 0.25% to $10,679. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. Samsung surged plus 8.22% to $309,500 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. The HBM supply competition with SK Hynix is the defining story. Samsung needs to close the yield gap to win hyperscaler HBM contracts. Consumer DRAM pricing is recovering as inventory normalizes. Watch for any Nvidia or Google qualification update on Samsung HBM. Northrop Grumman made a dramatic move today, surged plus 5.59% to $549.01. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Northrop Grumman, NOC, has a long-cycle deterrence and mission systems engine bigger than a budget debate Alpha Street. Government IT and classified programs provide stable base earnings that are often underappreciated. The next intercontinental ballistic missile contract is a potential large upside catalyst. Watch for any DoD budget line item commentary on space programs. Meta plunged minus 4.90% to $582.90 in a significant session. Equity markets are responding to reports that Meta is about to make its next billion-dollar bet. Wall Street thinks it could be huge. 24/7 Wall St WhatsApp monetization is the next major revenue unlock, still largely untapped outside of India's business messaging push. AI infrastructure spending is heavy, but the ROI is visible in ad performance metrics. Any positive user growth data from emerging markets would be a catalyst. Apple made a dramatic move today, surged plus 4.84% to $308.63. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Apple's stock gains as company XX cite iPhone, Mac demand in boosting guidance. Apple Intelligence adoption rate across the iPhone 16 base is the variable that will determine whether this cycle outperforms the last. Services revenue, now running at over $100 billion annualized, compounds regardless of hardware timing. The India manufacturing expansion de-risks the China tariff story meaningfully. Watch for any product announcement that could re-accelerate upgrades. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, this comes as stock market today, Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi rally as tech shares rebound economy Middle East, adding pressure to energy markets. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. Equity markets are responding to reports that Trump's tariffs, Fed minutes, rumbles Bitcoin by what's moving markets. Rate expectations remain the single most powerful macro driver for equities and currencies right now. Rate expectations remain a key driver for growth and technology stocks, which are highly sensitive to discount rate assumptions. Investor sentiment is being shaped by U.S. job creation calls in June with payrolls growth of just 57,000, unemployment rate at 4.2%. Turning to commodities. Brent crude ticked up to $72.13 per barrel, up 0.46% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that oil prices fall after Trump says US-Iran talks in Qatar are going well. WTI crude ticked up to $68.78 per barrel, up 0.13% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that oil prices fall after Trump says US-Iran talks in Qatar are going well. Natural gas climbed to $3.25, up 1.53% on the session. This comes as stock market today, Japan's Nikkei and South Korea's Kospi rally as tech shares rebound economy Middle East, adding pressure to energy markets. Gold climbed to $4,187.30 per troy ounce, up 1.81% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that safe havens aren't behaving like they used to. Here's what's changed. Let us give you our near-term view on Samsung. With momentum this strong, traders will be watching the $328,070 level closely. A clean break there would confirm the uptrend and could bring in additional momentum buyers. Risk management remains critical. Always size positions according to your own risk tolerance. In the currency markets, Euro to US dollar is at 1.14, gaining 0.55% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.33, gaining 0.08% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 161.34, losing 0.74% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that European stocks head for best week since May, markets wrap. Here is what we will be watching closely in the days ahead. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Every morning, before markets open, we break down exactly what is moving and why. If you want that edge every day, subscribe and hit the bell icon. If today's analysis was useful, a like is the best way to support the channel. We genuinely appreciate every single one. We read every comment. Drop your view below. That wraps up today's coverage from MTRS_Market Pulse. This content is for educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own research. Stay disciplined, and we will see you tomorrow. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.